had 5 charted records.
Wow.
You know, I mean, that is fabulous because the Beatles, the Stones, Dave Clark 5, Peter and Gordon, you know, they were all big on the charts over here. And as I said before, I mean, Elvis didn't even have a top 10 hit during that time. And here you are putting 5 records on the chart. So my hat goes off to you with that.
Well, thank you very much. I did a show with the Rolling Stones, and even Gordon, who did you say? Peter and Gordon.
Peter and
did
Gordon.
Did a show with Peter
Yep.
and Gordon, too. But the show with the Rolling Stones, what happened there, I was doing a show in San Antonio, Texas called the Teen Fair in 1964. And I was on the bill for 3 days with Bobby V. And the Rolling Stones were just coming to the United States, and nobody knew that they were going to be on the show. This was their very first appearance in the United States.
Uh-huh.
So the guys that were running the show, they came to me and said, listen, we're getting the Rolling Stones, and we'd like you to go by limousine to the airport to greet them and come back with them so they could, you know, be on the show and we can introduce them to the American audience. So I said, sure, I'll go. So I get in the limousine, and they drive to the airport, and they roll out a red carpet, and the plane pulls up, and the girls are all screaming behind the guardrail there, you know, as if they were the Beatles. They were like the second English group to come here to get the girls crazy.
Yeah.
And they came off the plane, and I said, hi, I'm DIANE Renay, and welcome to the United States. And we all got into the limo, and we went back to the show. And they performed on the same show that Bobby D and I were on, and
Wow.
they were the total opposite of the Beatles. They walked on the stage like they just rolled out of bed. The hair uncombed. They were all wearing different kinds of clothes. You know,
They might have, you know. They
were
might
so
have.
well groomed. They all dressed alike. Their hair was cut alike. The Stones were totally the opposite of the Beatles, the bad boys.
The bad boys, yeah.
The bad boys. And they still are the bad boys, you know.
Yeah.
But after the show was over, there was a big party, and there were some pictures taken of me with the Rolling Stones. One of those pictures is on my Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And also, I have a website, DIANE RENAY, RENAY.com. I have pictures on there of me with the Rolling Stones and a lot of other artists that I performed with. And it was a lot of fun. It really was.
Wow, those were the days, huh?
They sure
those were the days. Now, after Navy Blue, you had a follow-up tune that actually did really, really well. It became a number 29 hit. And that song was, of course, Kiss Me, Sailor. And anything special that you recollect about that tune?
Well, when Kiss Me, Sailor came out, when I performed, there was always at least one sailor in the audience. I mean, there really was one guy there with a sailor hat on. And I used to pull him up on the stage, and I'd sing Kiss Me Sailor to him. And at first, the guy usually was really embarrassed, you know. And but after a minute, he started to have a really good time because I started dancing with him and singing to him. And, like, the whole audience enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I enjoyed that tune myself. I play that a lot on my show, and I think it's really a cool song. It was a great follow-up, and of course that was on your first album also, which I thought was a great album. I mean, 1964, I mean, that was not the era when there was great albums. You know what I mean? Mostly we had a few hits and then fillers, but your album was very, very solid, and you had Soldier Boy on there too, which I play on my show all the time. I really like that tune.
Well, thank you very much.
And now the album is available again, correct, on a CD?
Yeah, it's called Navy Blue 25 Super Tracks.
All right.
And it has all of the songs that were originally on the Navy Blue album in '64, plus a lot of other tracks that I recorded that were never released. In fact, I think that the very first thing that I ever sang, Zing with the Strings of My Heart, the demo is on there.
Oh, okay, good.
And it is available online at iTunes.com, Amazon.com, CDBaby.com, and a lot of other sites where they sell music.
All right. And if anybody needs to know that and they forget what Diane is saying, you can always contact me at Remember Then Radio, and Diane, I'll be glad to steer them in your direction. Now,
thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. When you and I were chatting, you said that one of your favorite tunes from 1964 was a tune, Watch Out, Sally.
Yes, I loved Watch Out, Sally. It was sort of like the leader of the pack kind of a song, and when I used to do TV shows to promote the song, the way that I appeared was totally the opposite from the image that I portrayed for Navy Blue. I used to dress up in skin-tight pants, high-heeled boots, a motorcycle jacket, and they'd always have like a motorcycle with me leaned against the lamppost, and it was like I was the tough girl. Yeah. Watch Out, Sally.
Wow. And the song did chart for you on MGM Records.
Yes, it was, on MGM.
Well, I'll tell you, how about if we give it a spin right now, okay?
That's great, thank you.
All right. All right, here we go, folks, from 1964. Here is Diane and Watch Out, Sally.
Hanging at the candy store, Tony's what I'm waiting for. Told my mama I was babysitting with Sue. It ain't true. Mama said he's bad, he's so bad he drives me mad. Said watch out, Sally, if I ever catch you too. Here comes Tony walking down the street. I'm sorry, Mama, but I gotta meet him, 'cause the way I feel you will never know me, and I don't even care if you disown me. Gotta meet him, I love him so. But Tony's coming, I really gotta go. Watch out, Sally, watch out, Sally, watch out, Sally, watch out, Sally. Don't care what we do tonight, long as Tony treats me right. Any old thing he does is boss with me. Just outside the city line, there's a place that suits us fine. They don't stop the clock, they rock till 3. Come on, Tony, put your foot on the gas. Gotta get going, gotta make it fast. Rip up the road like you always do, but baby, don't let nobody see me with you. Come on, Tony, let's really go. Tonight's the night I'm gonna love you so. Watch out, Sally, watch out, Sally, watch out, Sally, watch out, Sally. Hey Tony, what you doing? Don't leave me here alone. You came with me, baby. Why you taking that other girl home? Hey! Hey! Stranded here, he put me down. It's the last bus back in town. Gotta find a guy to drive me home. Ain't no time for crying now. Come on, Sally, get back somehow. Just like Mama said, you're on your own. That guy standing over there, the guy that's giving me the stare. He looks good, I got a hunch. I'll say hello, beat him to the punch. Hello, stranger, I'm taking you. Have you heard that he and Tony are through? Watch out, Sally, watch out, Sally, watch out, Sally, watch out, Sally, watch out, Sally. Ooh, 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 watch out, Sally.
All right, sounding good. There's Diane Renay and Watch Out, Sally. Hey, Diane, I like that.
Thank you.
Now, what's this story that I hear about you? I think it was Bobby Goldsboro and somebody else that were
Christie.
Lou Christie. That you guys had a close call.
Yes, we were doing a TV show for a disc jockey. I believe his name was Clark Grace, up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, on a Saturday during the afternoon. And Saturday night, we didn't know this, but Clark had his own little plane, a one-engine little plane, that he would fly his artists to another state to do a big record hop that he had every Saturday night. So we were told this after the show that we were all going to have to pile into this little plane to fly to his show, and I didn't want to do it. I was really afraid to do it, but it was more or less like I'm obligated to do it because he had me on his TV show, and it's like I have to do his record hop. So I reluctantly got in the plane. We're up in the air maybe like 20 minutes, a half hour, and the plane starts filling up with smoke.
Uh-oh.
Getting cloudy inside. So all of a sudden we hear the pilot saying, "Mayday, Mayday, small aircraft in trouble. Is there an airport we can land at?" I'm looking out the window for a small aircraft that's in trouble. I didn't know it was us. So the disc jockey turns around and he says, "Listen, kids, we're having a little bit of trouble with the plane, so hang in there." Well, when he said that, the plane started sputtering and dropping.
Oh, boy.
I saw my whole life go in front of me. And Lou Christie is sitting next to me, and I grab onto his arm. And he's praying, and he's Holy Mary of God, please save us. And Bobby Goldsboro is sitting in the back making his cricket sound, saying, "Well, what do you think? We're all going to have out memorial albums like the Big Bopper and Buddy Holly
boy.
and Patsy Cline." And when he said that, I turned around to him and I said, "Shut up!" It was horrendous.
Oh.
So, thank God we were like 6 miles away from a private airport, and we actually glided in to the very end of the airport. The plane stopped.
Wow.
And we just made it. So they drive up from the people from the airport. They get us out of the plane. They take us into the waiting room. Before I know it, there's a limousine there. They're going to drive us all the way to the show. So we get in the limousine. I'm in a state of shock. I'm not crying. I'm not talking. I'm like a puppet. I'm just walking, and I'm in no-zone land after what happened. So we get to the show, and the disc jockey introduces me, and I come out on the show, and my music starts. I went through my whole act as if nothing had happened. Nobody knew that I was in another world.
Wow.
And after I walked off the stage, I said to somebody behind the stage, "Is there a telephone?" Because my father flew to Pittsburgh with me, and he was waiting in the hotel room where we were staying, and he had the TV on the news station on at that time. And I called my dad, and just as he picked up the phone, it said on the news station, "By the way, Clark Race and recording artists Lou Christie, Bobby Goldsboro, and DIANE RENAY were almost in a plane accident." My dad answered the phone.
Boy.
"Hello?" And I said, "Daddy." And I started to cry hysterically. And he's saying to me, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" And I said, yes, I'm all right. But it's like it was unbelievable. So after that happened, I went back to Pittsburgh. They fixed the plane, by the way, and they wanted to all get back on the plane and fly to Pittsburgh, but I wouldn't go. So because of me, everybody had to stay in the limousine, and they drove us back to Pittsburgh. When I finally got home to Philadelphia, I said to my father and mother, "I'm never flying again on any airplane." So that week I had to go into New York, see my record producer, Bob Crew, and he says to me, "Diane, do you want to be in this business?" And I said, "Yes." He says, "Then get your damn butt on an airplane." He says, "Because you got to fly."
Did you?
So I flew.
Wow. That must have been scary, huh?
I used to fly white knuckles. I still, when I fly, I fly white knuckles. I'm never the same. I've never been the same since that near accident happened.
Wow. Now, you said that there's a couple of people